On this episode, we get to see a dramatic Joe Rogan at the Comedy Store.
How dare you boo me? I'm talking off the top of my head. Barely know what the fuck I'm saying.
Where Joe Rogan oversteps his boundaries.
You gotta draw a line, okay? We're all adults. I'm not saying where the line is, but you gotta know where your soul is wired. Where you
as he fights Bill Burr to remain on his own show.
And he just grabs the reins, man. He just grabbed the reins and ran with it.
Taking the show from under Joe's nose and running the whole thing.
You're making some great points.
I'm making tremendous points, and I hear the sarcasm in your voice.
No.
I said, man, I wish you had been there just to see Burr and Rogan. Because the two of you were the driving forces.
What to do about that? The video's up now, though, on YouTube. The video's been fixed. Powerful Jamie.
The full video's up?
Yeah, the video's up.
On this episode of Body Language Drama. It was November 8th, 2016. Joe Rogan was supposed to plan out the show for the election, but it went totally past his head, and he entered the show unprepared.
We had some fun.
Yeah. You don't need preparation, man.
Sometimes you do, like right now.
Well, I had that.
Feel that?
That leaves Joe Rogan stuck in this position, making Bill Burr have to engage and take the reins.
Just do 4
And we
hours
realized
of
that before the
pressure
show. It's like, do you
laughing.
have any TV screens? Are there any laptops? What are we going to do out there? It's very hastily thrown together, yet planned for months. You texted me about this easily in August. Easily.
You talked about it with me a year ago.
Will Joe Rogan be able to endure this feeling long enough to secure the show? Or will Bill take the reins?
And then that comes around, and then it gets a little more blue. So this ain't over. This is not over by a long shot, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, it's so
We shall see.
Joe Rogan ends up repeating someone else's joke, and this is where the battle begins.
But did you see the Jon Stewart thing?
You
Yeah. Jon Stewart did some veterans show, and on the veterans show, he read out this tweet exchange that he had with Donald Trump. It's like in his act now.
Trump's real name is Fuckface Von Clownstick. I wish you would embrace the Von Clownstick heritage.
Fucking hilarious. 1:30 in the morning, Trump tweets him. At 1:30 in the morning, little Jon Stewart is a pussy. And would be hopeless in a debate with me. I wouldn't even do that.
Bill Burr takes that material and does this.
I'll be the...
Dude, that means he was walking around talking to himself.
Yes!
They debriefed him for the next presidential thing, and he goes, all right, I will see you later. And he closed the door. He's walking around in his gold-toed socks in his fucking hotel room.
Bill Burr is using a comedy technique called If This Is True, What Else Is True?
He had probably some woman there going, Donald, don't go on the internet. Don't go on the internet. Fuck this shit. I'm not taking this shit from him. It's fucking liberal media. I'm fucking...
Joe Rogan's starting to realize that Bill Burr is having a really good set.
It was his assistant following him around. No, say this.
He probably like pressed it all down.
No, what's worse is he was really...
I do that
He
all
was
the time.
doing that.
I do that.
It was...
Just looking at Joe's body language, the comedy battle has only begun, and already this is a one-sided fight between these two.
No, say this. No, don't hit send yet.
Yeah.
Say this.
I'll slap you by your pussy. No, wait. I'll fucking...
Don't hit send. Don't hit send. Yes, Mr. Trump.
phone,
It's
dude.
in his head, trying to shake it off.
Him and Vladimir, whatever that fucking Russian dude's name is. They're like, I'm on the red phone.
I'm never...
I think we're going to find out if that guy can really do anything.
After a little bit of talk about this debate, Joe Rogan is ready to attempt another joke.
Yes.
Come on, ladies. You tell me
map-
stop.
That
Anyway.
map looks like somebody hit one of those Avatar people with a truck. It's a flat and blue thing and a splatter of non-readers.
Bill Burr is unimpressed.
You can turn that towards you.
Bill Burr hits back with the story.
He'd always call me up, Billy, Scott Bass calling. I have a gig for you in rural Wisconsin. Now, they don't have a lot of money, but I can build around it.
I think
And I would always take it, and then I'd call him and I'd be yelling at him, I'm never fucking doing one of those gigs again, blah, blah. And he would just sit on the ropes, just going, yeah, you will. You're broke. You're on a futon.
This is an agent that's so sharp.
Joe continues to show the same signs of body language, as if he's stuck in the mud.
He kept getting him gigs in like South Dakota and Wyoming. He was living in New York. He sent him a map of the United States and circled Manhattan. He goes, I live here.
But over time, he picks himself back up and he tells his own story.
Place down the Cape, and your sound system on stage was connected to the
course
over
it
the
was.
wire system. So you'd be in the middle of doing a joke. So, Johnson, party of two, your table's ready. Johnson,
Dufresne.
you would just
Bill Burr gets the bigger laugh behind every corner, and he does it effortlessly.
I did a gig at a Red Lobster. It was like a Sunday night, and there was all these
Fucking always
families
one-ups
eating. They had
everyone.
their bibs on and shit, and we're in the corner. And we're just in this little roped-off corner. Hey, fucking into this mic. And these people just looking over like, what is that? Is that part of the restaurant? It was just like, you wanted to laugh at the person going on in front of you, but like you couldn't get past the fact of like, I have to do that in 10 minutes. When he's done, that's going to be me. So you can never totally fucking enjoy it.
Will Joe Rogan be able to pick himself back up?
But anyways, Trump has 2.3.
Joe's body language is very apparent compared to everyone else here. Joe Rogan is closed off while everyone else is open and relaxed.
Could you imagine if men had rubber vagina hats? Outrage.
Not even a hat,
Of dudes running around licking fake pussies.
It would probably look.
Bill Burr puts up with it, but then he voices how he feels.
I have to discuss this. I think they get it.
Oh no,
They get it.
But I'm
It was
glad
a
that
watching the
segue
shit show on
into-
TV.
Bring
They're
that
watching
fucker in.
this
Just
one.
bring him in. Jim.
Looking at his face, I think Bill Burr's got this in the bag.
Update time.
After some more talk about this debate, Joe tries to compensate his unfunny jokes with higher energy.
And ladies and gentlemen, the most important one. Dun, 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 dun. It's me, you fucks. I run this bitch.
But sometimes volume doesn't translate to humor. Bill Burr takes back what's his now.
Nobody should want that fucking position.
Yeah, but doesn't the Senate and representatives and the balance there, they keep checks and balance? Vaguely remember that from my history class in like 5th grade. And then they send it to the thing. I'm just a bill. Yes, I'm only a bill. And it goes to the thing, right? And then they fucking go around. Congratulations, Bill. Now you're a law. That's what keeps them in check.
And now it's not about if Bill will take Joe Rogan's show. It's about how he'll take it.
Why do we do it this way?
I got to tell you something. Him just winning the nominee blows away anything I've ever seen in sports. The U.S. beating the Russians. It just all pales in comparison. This is a reality TV show star who got mad at a breakfast because Obama trashed him. And he's like, well, I'll fucking do it. He's going to do it. That's fucking amazing.
Joe Rogan can't keep up, and Bill Burr continues to ground and pound.
You can't talk shit in the room with that guy. Yo, one time this guy stepped to me in the bar. Dude, fuck you. One time the president was giving me shit, and I said, oh, yeah, I'll have you a fucking job in 2 years. And I did it. Don't like his policies, but you got to respect it. Jesus.
Hey, Bill, if you want someone to go on stage with you and just sit on a stool and laugh, I'll do it.
Joe Rogan's getting restless.
Sudden they get into the SEC, right? Gonna be swapping some paint. Oh, Nelly, right? Then the red guys start coming back.
And out of all the jokes, it's the weed joke that gets him.
And you start getting near the fucking ocean, man, and like, I live near an ocean, therefore I'm smarter, man. That comes around, and then it gets a little more blue. So this ain't over. This is not over by a long shot, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, it's so
We shall
funny.
see.
It's just so
I will say they're
strange.
shitting on CNN right now.
Between these two, Joe Rogan is now on the ropes.
This is not enjoyable. You want to see nervousness, beads of sweat, blue ties being... Jesus.
Wouldn't you like to take a peek at all the comics from the UCB's Twitter right now?
Over dramatic. Oh my God, is this the apocalypse?
Hashtag I'm with her. We were there when Donald Trump was elected president, and Bill Burr might have had the greatest podcast appearance of all time. You know what it was like? It was like one of them Michael Jordan things that you would watch when you were a kid. And you're like, what the f***?
I know, but as great as Obama was, did he ever call you? Did he ever check in on you to make sure you were okay? At the end of the day, it's on you. Who's packing your lunch tomorrow, people? You are. Who's putting food on the table? You are, all right? You don't need these fucking people. Yeah, fine. Having said that, this is amazing.
Look at Michigan. He won Michigan, 49%.
Oh, dude, this is.
She's got 45%.
This is going to take a f***ing hook and lateral, Statue of Liberty, and a Hail Mary
He's ahead
to
in
get this fucking
Wisconsin.
thing going.
I mean, he was on fire to the point where everybody stepped back, except What was the gal that had a different?
Oh, Sarah. Well, this is where we're going.
Tiana.
Sarah.
Tiana.
I don't.
Now we'll get back to how Bill Burr took care of Sarah Tiana, but let's stick with Joe Rogan for now.
When we get to San Francisco and all of them, man, we'll see what happens.
Damn, Bill Burr's good. How do I compete with this?
Are you saying there's a goddamn conspiracy, son? The conspiracy is that we still do it this way. Why don't we just have everybody have an opinion? Well, you know, we don't have a coach and buggy to take a fucking
you've
piece
done
of
the road
paper
too long to
across the
believe that.
country.
Joe, haven't you done the road too long to believe that? Everyone should have an opinion.
Amazon one click.
Bill Burr is not cool with what Joe Rogan's saying.
It makes life easier.
It's a good point. It's undeniable.
Joe, this is supposed to be your show. Why don't you be more enthusiastic about this? And Bill Burr starts to tell a story about Facebook.
I go to change my password because I'm so sick of my, having 58 of them, right? And I'm like, why don't I just pick 3 and just stick with that? So for like a week, I couldn't do it. And then after like 10 days, it was cool to be back on it again. Oh, he's not coming back. We need him. We need him. So he clicks on the top 10 worst celebrity boob jobs so we make our money.
And Bill Burr can pick up on social cues just like we can. And he lets Joe have it.
Yeah.
How come they needed it 10 days ago, Joe, and all of a sudden they don't need it now? And I'm on Facebook again. Why
It's a
is that?
very good point as well.
And he nods his head no as he's saying yes.
It's a
Why is
very
that?
good point as well. You're making some great points.
I'm making tremendous points, and I hear the sarcasm in your voice.
No.
Joe Rogan causes some drama, and Bill Burr can feel it in his head.
No.
He goes to OmRight.com, he smokes a little fucking weed, and all of a sudden, I'm the moron in the room. Having said that, I still need that shoulder workout that you were telling me about.
But Bill Burr has respect for Joe Rogan. He gives back the audience to Joe. But does Joe take it to the next level? Or does Bill try to contain the situation and take the show back? Joe Rogan gets a chance to run his show again.
For some reason, we thought it'd be a good idea to wear like thin nylon workout pants in the 90s. So this dude I know, he took sandpaper to the crotch.
Shut up.
Of these things. Just he got it so where he could see how many fingers he had up in front of a light, and then no underwear, put these things on, and got lap dances.
And then he created
He told me.
Stop all that.
Rogan goes down the list of sexual topics. Burr has to endure Joe Rogan talking about this subject.
It's a loophole. Imagine if there was clubs. Imagine if there was clubs like that where women could go and men would just climb on top of them.
Male strippers just smack them like this.
With a raw dick?
That's what a fucking male lap dance is like. I was
And thank God Bill Burr's there to bring back the humor.
That was his stage name. With
Just
the raw dick.
helicopter?
That's his #1 hit song.
That's his website.
www.withtherawdick.org.
It's impressive how Bill Burr is giving him his space.
He's saying actual dick to face.
Like, I don't know if they got naked, but they have those weird
Trump
thongs.
won North Carolina, 15
Damn,
electoral
shoot pants,
votes.
too.
Back to the pussy
North
story.
Carolina, Donald Trump. I used to work out with this, and he had elephant underwear where there was like the ears of the elephant, the trunk was his dick.
Yeah.
It would go into like this little thing that
And
was
he'd
like a
sandpaper it
pantyhose.
down and-
Bill Burr has like this power trip, and Joe Rogan doesn't even try to fight it.
He was on fire. I mean, he was on fire to the point where everybody stepped back.
Sandpaper
Every guy.
it down.
Those underwears have a. It's actually great presentation.
Bill Burr's like, maybe I should take the show back. But all of a sudden, Joe Rogan thinks about the perfect topic to talk about.
I read a horrible thing about how a guy cut his own dick off online. Cut his
just a
balls
Wu-Tang
off
guy?
and his dick off. And the way he did it was, first he killed it by tying it off.
Bill Burr is clearly trying to remind Joe that he's on this show.
So he
like sheep's
he
balls.
documented. It was the early.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Body
It's
modification.
like called BME. It's like Body Modification Extreme.
This is supposed to be a comedy show, and Joe is totally stuck on this topic.
The late 90s, early 2000s. His nerves died in his left arm because he has these fingernails. Free password to his site so I could see what's going on. And I just check out all these people that are having these weird bolts screwed into the top of their head. Go down the rabbit hole. As you do, you keep clicking links. It's useless. You're going to cut it off. He's like, yes, master. Ties rubber bands around his dick. It all goes black. He photographs it and takes... Like, there's much more complicated shit going on. It's a cell death type of constriction. Necrosis in balls. And like took
You
photos
wrote
of
this
it.
video out.
No, there was no video. It was a photo. It was photographed. Balls off.
There's
I
a lot
never
of
met.
similarities between comedy and body modification. We ought to get together for a latte at some point.
Joe's not focused enough to be on this stage.
What part of the internet are you on, Joe?
Well, this is the 1990s.
Like, I look at your soul like it's pixelated. Watch some shit like that. A couple of cubes float away. Peanut butter and jelly sandwich just doesn't taste as well. Like, there's just certain shit. You gotta draw a line, okay? We're all adults. I'm not saying where the line is, but you gotta know where your soul is wired. You're watching some guy taking I watch the Food Network, but it's an onion. You're watching
Again, this is the 90s. We're talking about the 90s.
The excuse doesn't fly with me.
Hold on,
this
Joe,
is just, it's
Joe.
the 90s.
Bill Burr starts to lead the show again, and then Joe Rogan says this.
Thank you.
Another one. Thanks. We're getting fucked up.
Update, okay.
And the drama starts when Joe Rogan gets a little too comfortable with weed.
Finally, we don't have to feel like we're fucking criminals for doing something that doesn't even hurt you.
It's a
so
gateway
stupid.
drug that leads to heroin and fucking other things.
We're getting fucked up.
Update, okay.
Joe Rogan gets too high, and then this happens.
Instead of using condoms, you have to use Johnson weld. It sounds like some kind of dick repair kit, doesn't it?
Johnson Welder.
What happened? What happened?
What? Boo?
The
Oh, you dropped the joint. You dropped the joint.
Oh, the joint. Oh, how dare you?
Here, I got it.
Is Joe Rogan too high to continue on with this show?
Too early to call?
Or is Bill Burr too intoxicated to take this to the end?
Oh, wait, this is Frozen.
Yeah, this is Frozen,
This
man.
is Frozen. This is old.
Hey guys, they're really committing to that mannequin challenge.
Reset this. You go like this.
Yeah, that's it, Bill.
Finally, Bill Burr makes a mistake, and Joe Rogan does this.
I say, all you pussies who kept voting for Hillary, you should have gone with Bernie. Should have gone with Bernie.
That's right,
Oh,
yeah.
you pussies.
Yeah.
Sarah Silverman. was-
Get him, Joe. Get him.
And if someone calls a dude a dick, but like when you talk about a pussy in a bad way, like, oh, it's a pussy. Yeah. What is it about that?
Joe's taking it to the next level, and Bill Burr's pissed.
You're calling a dude a pussy?
Yeah, well, anybody a pussy. Like, pussy's pretty good. It's a pretty good thing, right?
But you grew up in Massachusetts. You understand the terminology.
I do. I understand it.
Are you trying to sick feminist on me?
No,
after this
that's not what
fucking
I'm doing.
horseshit?
That's not what I'm doing.
Joe Rogan tells Bill Burr what
Like,
a pussy
how did it
actually
happen?
is. And this video may surprise you.
Here's why Bill Burr is wrong. At salon.com.
And for a second time, the weed falls off the table again. That's 2 times now that Joe Rogan did this.
But somehow they're still fucking losing. It's like, how is that possible? I'm sorry, let me get to this crowd. It's like when someone slices their dick up.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, can't worry about a little joint. It's free. It's weed now.
But Bill Burr thinks about it differently.
We're good.
Well, here.
It's legal. It's like you drop a pack of gum on the
That's the
ground.
only joint I got on me. I roll deep, ladies and gentlemen.
But it's the whole new trend.
Whatever it means.
Dropping the joint is like 100
Listen.
mic drops at once. It's a cool new thing since pot's been legal. I don't know if you know, bro.
We're getting fucked up.
Update, okay.
This is how it started.
Joe Rogan gets lit, and let's see how Bill Burr feels about it.
Joint drops on the main room stage.
I think I'm gonna buy a Hummer. Those blue neon lights at the bottom of it. I'm just gonna blend in, man. I'm gonna blend in. Assholes on top of this motherfucker.
Like Pennsylvania is going to be the decider.
Oh,
What?
Jesus, those people.
Hold on.
A
Explain
raft
that.
landed there in 1700 and the fucking dummies stayed. They're deciding our fate. Why are you still there?
Still 197, 187.
Hey, could either of you guys
Sorry.
explain what you
I'm
mean?
Pretty sure Bert Kreischer thinks that Phyllis Diller's about to win the election right
Joe Rogan throws weed into the crowd, and then he has to get up to get it back because he does this.
Here's some non-condoms.
He blows on the joint instead of sucking in, and all of the inside just shoots out, leaving Joe sucking only on the wrap.
I just blew all the pot.
It's all there.
Hey, throw that joint back.
You wasted so much weed that they're about to unlegalize weed right now. The guy
We're getting fucked up.
Update, okay.
Joe Rogan is lit, and Bill Burr is not cool with it. When Joe gets up to pick up the weed, his seat gets taken by Doug.
mad at you, Joe.
Hey, I'm the new host of the Man Show.
Bill Burr steps in and tries to contain the dignity of this show.
Hey, I'm the new host of the Man Show.
Hey, sit down, sit down.
Hey,
Yeah,
Bill Burr sticks it to Joe Rogan by not giving him his seat back, and Bill Burr is ice cold.
This just in, Canada's building a wall across the U.S. border. There are armed guards protecting their country.
Joe Rogan passes the joint and stares at his taken seat.
I'm not. I don't know the whole scene.
Who?
But Sam Tripoli hates Tony.
Joe Rogan's stuck, and he knows that Bill Burr's the one that made this happen.
Funniest people alive is Burr and Diaz. That's my running. For me, I was crying last night. Fucking crying. And he just grabs the reins, man. He just grabbed the reins and ran with it. It was beautiful.
But all of a sudden, a seat opens up, and then there's hope for Joe Rogan.
I can throw you out.
Sam Tripoli.
Tripoli, get out of there.
Joe Rogan's eyeing the mic that Tony Hinchcliffe is holding, and he knows that if he grabs the mic, he's still in this show.
Sit back down.
Doug doesn't even.
And just like that, Joe Rogan locks in his position, forcing Tony Hinchcliffe to go behind the curtains.
But this is a prank.
Brennan, are you behind this?
Yeah, but
90 more minutes. Sam Tripoli, there you go.
Sam Tripoli.
He
ladies
hates
and gentlemen.
Tony Hinchcliffe so badly. You're over here.
Burt gives his seat to Tripoli and goes for the open seat, but Joe is eyeing Burt the whole time.
You're over here.
And as Burt walks by, Joe seals himself back into the show. And Joe's face is a face of determination. Not today, Burt.
Over here.
Oh wait. Oh, you're.
I thought he was.
And within seconds of sitting down, Joe continues where he left off.
Sam Tripoli.
I had my watch set to the wrong time, and I go.
Weed laws and condom laws.
Yes.
How are we doing this? Are we doing this like we're a bunch of babies? We're getting up.
Update. Okay.
Ran fucking Manson out of here by trying to get him on stage.
But then Joe Rogan gets pissed because Doug Stanhope is the reason why Marilyn Manson didn't go on stage.
Listen, he's a grown man. You don't make
But
a
we have
phone call to
Adderall.
a man that's 6 feet away from you.
Oh no, he doesn't want to go on stage.
I don't care how much you do. You don't call me if you're 6 feet away from me. This is not like a structured thing. There's no PAs here.
He's
outrageous. We're getting up.
Update. Okay.
And somehow Joe's drunken rant becomes the center of attention.
CNN.
We're all gonna be fly fishing for dinner. He's skinny as like people from the Civil War days. An average dude weighed 125 pounds during the Civil War. Tiny monkey people that can barely get by.
Bill Burr's probably thinking, how do I get Joe to shut up?
Mountain lions running through the streets. Is that what you want?
By the way, dude, the elk's been delicious.
Thank you. How do you like it?
Bill Burr's trying to maintain Joe Rogan as much as he can, but then Joe Rogan says this.
I've been chowing it for like 4 days. Like, out of respect for the fucking elk that you shot. It's like I'm eating all this shit.
Does it make you more aggressive?
What?
Elk.
No, Joe, you fucking lunatic. You had to beat the out of people for like 3 decades before you could like chill, smoke a little weed, put on your Little Rascals hat, and just fucking chill out.
Bill Burr's running this show now, but he still has a heart.
You don't understand. I love him to death. But this guy is the most testosterone fucking filled dude I've ever met. That's why I love him. I love him.
The Little
Yet
Rascals hat will haunt me for the rest
Joe, you're crushing that. He's crushing that hat. Come on, you know he is. You're killing it. I love it. I love it.
And he just grabbed the reins and ran with it. It was beautiful.
You don't have to balance it out. I like it. It's hilarious.
And of course, everyone else joins in.
We'll keep it on for when the papers come out in the morning. Extra, extra. Read all about it. Donald Trump wins
in Alaska.
Even though Bill Burr's balancing it out, he knows he's not the only one having fun with Rogan.
I love it. I love it.
But there's hope for Joe Rogan. Now there's a seat open closer to the stage, and Joe Rogan can get his show back. Bill's thought about this, though, and he starts sizing Joe up.
All right, then I'm bringing in. Hey, we need some. We need some big.
Bill's thinking about what he needs to do.
Oh, shit.
Pro wrestling.
What's up, Eleanor?
What's up? How
There
are
you
you
go.
guys?
Joe looks at the mic being placed down, and he moves in closer, licking his lips in excitement.
How
There
are
you
you
go.
guys?
There you
How are
go.
you guys?
Plus, hilarious.
But Bill does something dramatic. He locks in the chair, preventing Joe from taking it.
Fuck yeah, who needs a
People
drink?
don't know Eleanor. Eleanor, when I first started working here,
Bill Burr cannot believe what he's doing on the Joe Rogan Experience.
I would always go to her when new people would come into town.
Joe Rogan completely comprehends what's happening right now, and he's absolutely
Ew.
stuck.
What's the matter, Bill? You all right?
Cause this thing keeps freezing on key shit.
Oh, shit.
It's like watching porn and it freezes on the dude's face. Like,
Bill goes for lock-in number 2.
I was crying last night. crying, and he just grabs the reins, man. He just grabbed the reins and ran with it. It was beautiful.
Oh my God, this is insane.
I don't know. Yeah,
This is a fucking nail.
Are you scared?
And the chair gets filled in by someone else.
Yeah, you just give him the old fucking fish hook.
Sure it like that. Yeah, like a
Reverse
bowling
fish hook.
ball. Yeah.
That was it called.
Del Rey, ladies and gentlemen.
Reach around fish hook.
Del Rey.
Back in the
Let
house.
there be talk.
Woo, 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 woo.
Joe Rogan still remains on the show, but he has to accept that Bill Burr's running it now.
Back in the
Let
house.
there be talk.
Woo, 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 woo.
Fucking coolest
All
comedy
right.
posters in the business.
Yeah, I'm not doing somebody
Hillary's
else's.
leading Nevada. She's leading Pennsylvania. Dude, this is coming down to the fucking wire.
How do you?
Utah.
This is worse.
Donald Trump, you knew it.
But Joe turns it up a notch and starts to get back at Burr.
Folks,
It's
that's where I'm
frozen
moving.
again. This fucking thing. You got to bring it down, then you
Be
bring
gentle,
it back
be
up.
gentle.
Bill Burr, worst iPod, shitty keyboard juggler ever.
No, I got it.
It's like, this shit's embarrassing. Stay
We got
tuned,
nothing.
folks.
Put your phone
This
up,
is getting
Fred.
us. Anybody
I don't know how to-
knows
Ah, it's over.
Oh, no. Jamie, help
This is
him.
ridiculous.
One old
What the
guy
fuck
to a
wrong with you
medium
guys?
old guy.
C to A, backwards, go.
With the iPad, and we didn't
Hey,
think
we
we'd
need-
see
we
this
need the
kind of
code to
trouble
get into
tonight, but
this.
They are
He finally gets back at Burr, and he celebrates like this.
round
Yeah, you got
three
the
all of
code,
a
Chuck?
sudden
Round
of
three.
trying to fix the iPad, and they are in deep, big trouble, both of them. Reputations on
You
the
got the code?
line. They don't know how to bend up the thing
That's
that
the
supports
problem.
the.
The
Oh, they
screen's
just
not
threw it back.
connected to this fucking thing.
They threw
Piece
the.
of shit is neither a keyboard nor a stand.
Yep.
It is both. And if you are both, you do not exist.
Burr comes back at Joe.
This represents the transgender bathrooms that we need in this
Jesus
fucking country.
Then Joe Rogan makes contact with another joke.
How do you make it stand up?
You don't. You hold it like a man.
Oh, I got it.
You hold it like a man.
Joe Rogan tries to finish the fight.
Stop! You guys are too fucking stupid for that thing. Leave it alone. That doesn't make any sense. Does that make sense?
You should
It doesn't
drink.
make any sense, does it?
But Bill throws a knockout punch.
No, flip it around. you
Oh,
fuck.
shit. Trump won.
Oh!
What?
Kidding.
That joke was an absolute knockout.
Oh, that felt good. Oh, that felt good.
Hits Joe right in his gut.
Oh, the air got sucked out of the room, except for that one motherfucker in the corner. I got you. I got you.
And Joe's actions are ridiculous here. He's trying to take credit for Bill's success.
It is riveting.
Bill Burr,
Joe,
I got you high as
you're
fuck, huh?
live.
How high are you right now?
He took one hit. This is Jameson. Give credit where credit is due.
I think it's both. I think it's both.
No. You weed guys always want to take credit for fucking this hey man. Where'd that thinking come from? That can come from Jameson too. All right?
Joe Rogan goes for the smarter move.
I'm a big fan of alcohol, so I agree.
Hey Joe, you know what? I'm a big fan of you, and that's the pot speaking, right? Just reaching out.
I'm a big fan of you.
And right when I think everything is okay, Doug Stanhope starts some more drama.
So Rogan gets a cold sore on his lip, and I had just gotten Valtrex. And we have to film the next day. So I made him tape with a lot of gunky makeup on his fucking face. Sorry, Joe.
How dare you?
Sorry, Joe.
And Joe Rogan gets pissed.
Little sores on my lip, and I knew that one day one of my best friends would shame me for these sores. I was a tiny little boy, nervous and scared, lonely in the world,
Poor
being certain
Joey.
about the future. But this guy, getting up and banging hookers. This guy got herpes, maybe a different kind of herpes. What do you think? Huh? Meanwhile, Doug Stanhope, one of my best friends.
Jeez, Joe, you don't have to be such a sore loser about the situation.
Finally, some fresh faces come in, and Joe Rogan starts getting some comfort.
Sarah Tiana, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm wearing my Never Tap Out shirt.
But Sarah has no idea what she's in store for.
I mean, he was on fire to the point where everybody stepped back, except what was the gal that had a different?
Well, this is where we're going, Sarah. I don't.
I'm saying that Michelle Obama, the current wife, should run for president.
No,
This is really
absolutely.
Bill Burr can't contain himself, and he starts some drama.
Why? Because she danced on Ellen?
Now, Sarah Tiana and Bill Burr get caught up in a fight.
Being the wife of the president versus actually running the country is so fucking different. This whole fucking thing with these first ladies fucking in a goddamn cause and all of a sudden like,
here it comes.
they're presidential is fucking ridiculous.
It's not ridiculous. People have an opinion, and we talk in your ear all the time. Are you telling me?
Joe Rogan did not see this coming.
Never being a politician to the highest fucking office
Which is
ever.
exactly what Trump is doing.
From you fucking lunatic.
I'm not saying you did.
See that? That is sexist shit right there.
I didn't say
Right
you did.
there.
Joe Rogan starts sticking up for her in a weird way.
If I was a white knight and I was trying to f*** Sarah Tiana, I'd be yelling at you right now, Bill Burr.
This is called a self-projection, and Sarah Tiana totally digs it. But in the middle of the drama, this happens.
If Hillary,
Do you think who is that billionaire? He took his shirt off. He waved it around. We reacted to it.
And then it's back to the drama.
Someone with no experience can't take on the highest office. I said, but Trump just did that.
And again, Joe Rogan only has one thing on his mind.
There's
All
no
I
reason
said
for
was-
you guys to be in dispute. You're both beautiful.
We're not. We're just disagreeing.
No,
we
my
don't
point
not
is,
like
it's
each
just
other.
in,
Listen,
guys.
this doesn't mean that I want to live in something that you
Okay.
just fucking built. That's all I'm saying.
Bill, if
said-
I was a white knight and I was trying to f*** Sarah Tiana.
Say it.
Bill, you make some good points, Sarah.
Yeah,
I
can
know
I?
you'd like to say something
Oh,
too.
whoa, that's
Bill
not what I'm
Burr.
saying.
Bill Burr. Sarah Tiana would also like to speak.
No, I'm just saying that, like, of course, you're saying.
Joe's probably thinking, man, I'm so getting laid tonight. And when the drama finally gets contained, Sarah Tiana starts to show some interest.
It's based on little children that got older back when they used to ride horses. That's what this is.
That's so meta.
It's real.
It is real. No, I love it. You're so right.
Never rode a horse.
Everybody looks at this whole fucking thing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's kind of trippy.
Joe's enjoying the chemistry, but how long will this relationship last?
What do you think Hillary and Trump are doing right now?
Blasting each other.
No, they talk about it.
They're locked in
ice skating.
69. That's the only way Trump lets somebody suck his dick. That way they don't look at his head.
But then the drama slowly starts to come back. Sarah Tiana gets totally burned by Bill Burr.
Everybody in America has the same opportunities. But what they found is that some people have one opportunity and other people have many opportunities. And that's the difference.
So are you saying the world isn't fair?
But you're saying. Yeah.
Bill Burr sets Sarah Tiana straight. But Joe Rogan has one thing on his mind.
If I was a white knight.
And Joe Rogan sticks up for her.
But don't you guys think that's famine thinking? I think that's because there's a limited ability.
Hey, what is
Last
some
10,
gum?
20 years ago.
What is some gum like the flavor lasts fucking ever, and then other gum, it's like it's gone in a minute.
You can see how the body language between these two are totally in sync.
Gone in a minute.
And Joe can't help but go sexual again.
How do you feel about that gum? That
The squirt
there was
gum?
some gum, the squirt gum.
It's not that it squirts
Oh,
that freaks me out. It's just
at the beginning, it's just so good, you know, and then it just kind of wears off, and you're like, well, I just need to buy more gum.
Joe, are you all right?
Michigan,
Did you
New
just have a
Hampshire.
stroke?
You made Tank Girl laugh, so
But all of a sudden, their love gets challenged.
I'm saying that.
safety. You want to destroy pornography.
No,
That's what you
I want.
Sarah started going after Joe's favorite subject.
Porn is ruining men, and I think that if what porn is doing is like not making men like go out and try to be like f***ing, like pick up chicks, and I feel like
That's what you
I want men to try other things.
But porn
She
wasn't
wants to
gonna
get
go
hit
away.
on. I thought it was she cared about men. She just wants to
no,
get hit
I
on more.
care.
Joe is not happy about what he's hearing. I mean, he's been talking about it the whole entire show.
And I just check out all these people that are having these weird fucking bolts screwed into the top of their head. Go down the rabbit hole. As you do, you keep clicking links. It's useless. You're gonna cut it off. He's like, yes, master.
And now all of a sudden, he's starting drama with Sarah.
It's like guys
Yeah.
don't want to go out anymore.
How do they know that?
Tiana, are
They
you
just wanna
really
jerk off.
knocking
How
on
the
people's
fuck would
doors
they
and asking
know?
them how often they're fucking?
How do you know?
They do research.
How?
Oh,
I don't
is
know.
there a scientist in your vagina?
I voted no.
I'm not saying they need to meet me. Porn industry
Might
has to
not sound
rethink
like it,
what
but
they're
there's
doing.
still a presidential
And I think-
election going on.
I'm against it. I'm sorry, Sarah. I don't
No,
mean
that's
to go.
okay. Yeah.
Guess what? Condoms?
I'm not afraid of
Condoms,
it.
yeah.
That's right,
No,
bitch.
no,
I like how you think. Let's go dirtier. Let's not
like
go.
them.
You have
Alaska.
sex with someone.
Bill Burr's trying to keep the show on track. But Joe Rogan is just really pissed at Sarah right now.
I think a person can only watch so many people fuck in his whole lifetime, and I think Sarah overdosed. She specialized in black dudes who wear Timberlands like jump out of helicopters.
That's not
The
true.
only Magnum I want to see in a porno is a big black guy f***ing a dirty white trash white girl named Magnum.
Sarah's a classy lady. That's all
Yeah,
that is.
I
That's
just
what she
think
is.
that it's more interesting to not try to push me
I
in
prefer
Cirque du
the
Soleil
positions.
positions that I can't do anymore.
You make a really good point. For
Yeah, I
you.
just think it gives me. Yeah,
So why not do it?
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. For
Come on, guys, let's get off of this. Let's get off of it. Let's just get off of it.
Joe Rogan was on such a drunk rampage, he actually said this.
I don't know. I mean, all I know is my experience with it. And my
I forgot what we were
experience.
talking about. I'm gonna be honest.
And then the day after, he says this.
I wish I was there for the Sarah Tiana Bill Burr pornography fight.
Yeah.
I'm very bummed out that I had left when that was going down.
It would have been. It was an interesting. It was an interesting debate. I think it all started with condoms and porn.
Yeah. I love Bert's reaction because he's such a good friend to him. Yeah, Joe, you totally weren't there.
It was an interesting. It was an interesting debate.
All I know is my experience with it.
Joe snaps out of protecting his favorite subject and goes back to this show. Then he tries to suck up to Sarah because
I was a white knight and I was trying to Sarah Tiana.
Come on, sit down. Sit down. I don't know what the fuck is going on in the country right now, but it's still too...
But Sarah Tiana doesn't bite because Joe Rogan has to perform next door, and then this happens.
You have to go next door to tell jokes.
Sarah Tiana shows no emotion for Joe Rogan having to go because she's pissed about what he
I've
did.
watched so many people fucking this whole lifetime, and I think Sarah overdosed.
We're not done.
At least get Doug back out
Oh,
there and put us back together.
shit!
The night is young.
Russell Peters just walked in the room.
Not only does she give him no validation, she acknowledges a totally new guy.
Shit!
The night is young.
Russell Peters just walked in the room.
Joe Rogan sticks around on stage because he's buying time to get validation from Sarah Tiana. And this is how we know. Joe Rogan sneaks a peek at Sarah Tiana 3 times. The first glance at Sarah Tiana is behind Doug Stanhope's head.
Sure,
No, he's coming.
Right when Russell Peters says, "You leaving, Joe?" Joe looks at Sarah to see if she cares, and that's look number 2.
I'm back. He's gonna go do...
Okay, I gotta do the OR.
All right. Billy, what's on? New Hampshire,
Gentlemen.
Pennsylvania.
And he's so sneaky, he takes peek number 3 in an opening between all of these people.
Wisconsin. Still too close to call.
And now Russell Peters is the one sucking up to Sarah.
Me and Sarah could talk on the same one.
You guys look like a couple that wore the same outfit. That's what that looks like.
Hey, Russell, in Canada, how...
Joe Rogan finally comes back from performing next door, and Sarah Tiana goes from an open body language into a more closed body language.
All right, the crowd's drunker than us.
Yes.
Do you have a question? A nice question?
Joe's playing nice at first, but then his drunk self comes out again.
What is happening? What have we done? Re-examine our existence. A moment of hearkening, a moment of listening and thinking, and reconsider with the orange skin start a fucking nuclear war.
Fuck yeah! We all like the pilot of The Walking Dead. That's what we're about to get into.
That speech will be in some motivational video on YouTube very soon.
Hand on the red phone. What is happening? What have we done? What mistakes have we made? Let's re-examine our...
Then Russell Peters just completely insults Joe Rogan.
Does anybody feel bad if Trump wins, or good if Hillary wins, or good if Trump wins, or good if...
I don't know. We need to see what the fuck he's going to do first. Hey, it's kind of like the WME buying the UFC. We don't know what the fuck is going to happen.
But you have no idea how exactly right you are. That it
Oh, just takes it like a man.
We don't know what the fuck is going to happen.
be a man. No idea how exactly right.
And the moment that Joe Rogan gets picked on, Doug Stanhope feels the need to join in.
What's up, buddy?
Rogan made me smoke DMT fucking 12 years ago, and I've never been right since.
I've been with people who've had bad DMT trips. I was at Stanhope. I got Stanhope high on DMT. So foam's coming out of the corner of his mouth, and he's like slumped over, and I'm just praying to. I'm like, please don't die, please don't, because I didn't expect this.
You're good, dude. You're fine. You just need to smoke just a little bit more.
But this is supposed to be a joke.
Sarah Tiana's getting up, and then Russell Peters says this.
Get into those words. What are they? Hold on, sir. Don't be rude. Ma'am.
He goes the first time, he didn't get it, and then he goes for attempt number 2. Sarah Tiana's being playful about it, but who knows how she actually feels about that.
I was a white knight.
She gives one last look to Joe Rogan, and this is the face she makes.
Saying we're going to call this election right now. The winner of the election is Mr. Bill Burr. for carrying the heaviest lumber of this night. Joe Rogan for propping me up.
Podcast. I was not in a good place.
He smashed it. Like, it was so perfect for him because he had
You guys
material.
both fucking held it up.
It was awesome. But it was great to have
In
all those other
spite
people
of
keep
me.
coming in. No, dude, you were great. I will tell you one thing that I said to all my friends. I said I admire the fact that you pushed through it, and even though you were like a little bit like flustered, you were still gregarious.
That last night was just, I will, for the next week, I'll remember moments of that and just giggle.
I'd love it if you guys subscribed, but if not, that is totally cool too. My name is Tyler Match, and thank you for watching Body Language Drama.